Hello again, and welcome back to Versus. We have another Canlander match, this one between the Canlander ringleader in James, and he's playing against Hazel. Kieran's joining us again. Hi Kieran.
Hello. So I'm just gonna go over Hazel's deck quick. It's Dark Depths combo. So we've got Demonic Tutor, Strip Mine, Mox Emerald, Natural Order, and Tainted Pact. And the aim of the game is to cheat into play a Marit Large by using Vespian Stage and Dark Depths. Doing that on the end step, untapping and swinging for 20. And what have we got going on with James's deck today, Nathan?
Grixis Control, but no, there's more. Grixis Crimes. So we've got a few cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, giving James even more of a reason to cast the spells he already wants to cast. So we have 3 pointed cards in this one, just 3. You'll approve of the first one. It's Ancestral Recall. And then we have Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time. So we're just getting some cards with our points.
It was 0 lands, but it had
But yeah,
Do you think we'll see Ancestral Recall used to target Hazel to commit a crime?
I highly doubt that will happen.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if James has one of his crime payoffs of is it the Raven from
There's
the OTG?
Raven. Yeah.
So if James finds Hazel on 1 life, maybe he goes for it.
Okay. Well, that's what I'd like to see in this game.
Okay. All right. There's something to look forward to.
Yeah. So James on the play, taken a mulligan there, I believe. And we're going to start with an Undercity Sewer to Surveil, and Surveil to the top. We get a look at Hazel's hand here. We do have a Duress there. We've got a Fine Torn Elves as well. So we'll see which way we want to go, whether we want to be on the hand attack or develop our mana base first.
By the way, I'm very disappointed that James is playing an actual land rather than like your ping lands from the set.
Yes,
that land doesn't commit a crime.
No. So looking at James's hand there, I think he's got some strong cards. I saw the One Ring as well, so...
Well, that's probably getting duress then.
Yep. So the Chain Lightning was left on top. We're going to just get rid of the Find All Owls. You always bolt the bird if you can.
Bolt the bird, lightning the elf.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite roll off the tongue quite as well, does it? But
remove the Mana Dork if you can, I think. We are going to get that duress off.
But my One Ring.
So One Ring, Bit of Triumph, Hull Breacher, and Scalding Tarn.
So we have a removal spell and a Hull Breacher. That's good to know. Good to know.
Well, let's duress you.
And we're going to duress back.
Hey, that wasn't in your hand.
That is what we like to call the Fort Seize glitch on Modo. Not quite the same. Usually you Fort Seize your opponent and they just draw the card, but in this situation we've duress the opponent, they've drawn the duress. So. So what have we got? We've got Elvish Reclaimer, Dark Depths, Endurance, and Field of the Dead there.
Field of the Dead. Love
So
it.
we do actually have access to combo here, and we know the coast is clear. But we're not going to go for it. We're going to...
As in just go and search up.
So get that Elvish Reclaimer down, force James to have the removal spell to deal with it, otherwise we get to untap, play Dark Depths and represent holding Vespian Stage Dark Depths available to us.
But we know that there's a bit of triumph in James's hand, right?
Oh, yeah, so... yeah, true.
But I don't know whether that's a too sad a target, but it does stop you.
Yeah, I think Elvish Reclaimer is definitely a good enough target for that. This is combo versus control. Control usually has the upper hand in these types of games.
Just
they usually
the disruption that they can get.
Yeah.
I can't trick you in any way with it, so I'll pass.
So
I love that. You know this is here. Let's just put it on the
Yeah.
battlefield.
Yeah, so James basically having the perfect answers to everything Hazel's got going on at the moment.
Might not die.
Oh, what's the card?
I'm just gonna main phase.
Me or you?
We're going to put that ring back into the deck.
Would you like to cut these 5 cards?
Put a 3/4 into play as a blocker, I believe. I don't know if we hold on to Dark Depths. We are going to hold on to it. So it's just draw go here, which definitely suits the control player.
Tapping, so
Yeah.
we can knock in their counter. Yeah, sorry.
Get a land into play. I think at some point you've got to play this Elvish Reclaimer
Yeah,
just to get
you
it
just-
down.
You just play into the removal. Like, you can't keep.
Sorry, 19.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pass.
Okay.
Monkey. Go ahead.
Monkey pass. Draw again. We're not fetching with that Prismatic Vista, which is interesting. We are finally playing the Dark Depths. It's going to enter with 10 counters.
What's the reason for not fetching with the Vista? Is it just building up to a field of the dead? That doesn't help. I'm
I'm going to
confused.
try and Bitter Triumph this, paying 3 life.
Potentially.
I'll go 16.
I can't think of a reason off the top of my head.
Okay. It might have just been a mistake, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could, like you say, we could just be leaving that there for when we do get the Field of the Dead online. We can sack it at instant speed to go get
Yeah.
another land. We are going to Tainted Pact here though. Let's see how many cards we're going to exile.
So Tainted Pact, it exiles cards until you hit something that's the same as someone that you've already exiled, and then you just get
Yes.
to put one into your hand. Okay, we've
Knows.
found the stage.
So you go until you hit a card you've already hit before, then Tainted Pact will just stop.
Yeah,
But
but
you
if you
don't get to
don't,
choose.
but if you don't hit a second card, I assume that Hazel's deck is fully
I
singleton.
take 1 plus 5.
Yes.
15.
So we're gonna there's only one of every card. To get around that with basics as well, you can play Forest and Snowcore Forest because they are
Yep.
2 different named cards. But we are going to hit the Thespian stage, so we are going to represent this this Marit Large kill here. I think James has a Terminate in hand currently.
Play a Thespian stage.
Yep.
We're going to play the Thespian stage.
Pass this Elvish Reclaimer.
Yeah, we'll claim it down.
Now that we don't need it.
Yes.
Combat.
Bit of a nombo there with the Yorkish Bowmasters. We stole off Hazel and the Hull Breacher, but I don't think it's going to matter.
2, 5, 7.
Yep.
I like the fact that the counter's on the Bowmasters, not the army, by the way.
Is that counter on?
Oh, okay.
Yes, we fixed that.
Yep. And you take 6. Go to 7. Bowmasters dies. Shadow Spear. That would have been good before now.
Is that not?
I can cast it. Do I have to cast it then?
Is that James's Bowmaster? I thought it was Hazel's Bowmaster though.
I'm going to sack
It
this
is.
Fiery Island.
Okay. It's just in the wrong grave.
It's that one they'll notice pretty quickly when they start shuffling up, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
This game's pretty much over.
Yeah, James doesn't have an answer here, so if Hazel goes for it, I think they've got the
Yep.
game. Not even going to make them play it out, they've just got it. So James going to scoop it up there.
Ooh, as
Yep.
it is.
What is Marit Large? Remind me.
Bowmasters.
It's a 2020 indestructible flyer.
Sure.
That's pretty much it.
So was there not? Oh no, because the removal spell was sorcerer speed in James's hand. Is that right?
No, terminate, it's just destroy, but Marit Large is indestructible.
Doesn't Shadow Spear What does Shadow Spear do then?
Shadow Spear does give remove indestructibility, so I believe there was a line there to answer it right. We could have played the
Yeah.
Shadow Spear.
That's what I'm thinking. You play Shadow Spear. You
That's yeah.
once it's been turned into a big dude, you activate your Shadow Spear, then you terminate.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. So I think James just missed that line. I also missed that line actually. So it's a nice spot there.
So in round 1, I lost game
I
I
one.
must
think
I must have something wrong.
In round 2, I lost game 1.
I think a lot of people forget that second line of text on Shadow Spear. It's usually just a 1-mana 1/1 that gives lifelink and trample, but that second line of text,
6, 7. This is a keep.
permanent opponent control, lose hexproof indestructible coming up there. Because yeah, I believe James had the 4 mana available to answer it.
I will.
So we're both going to keep our 7s. We're going to start with a fetch land pass. That was a wasteland off the top there.
Arid Mesa.
Yep.
Ooh. Do we fetch against the blue deck?
I will fetch.
A few weeks ago when I was playing
To 19,
against Hazel,
I'll get Volcanic Island.
they didn't, and in response to them fetching, I stifled them.
Ugh.
And then when they fetched again later on, I tide-binded them, so I got to take away 2 of their lands, which was quite good for me.
Blue land destruction. Love it.
Yep. And the opponent gets to take 1 point of damage for each one as well,
Yeah.
for the privilege of losing the lands.
You know these nightmares where
Oh, I'd like to target myself.
where
That
your
sounds sensible.
fetchers get stifled. Yeah, I'm doing it twice to you.
Yep. Here we see the Ancestral Recall. It
Hello.
is not targeting Hazel, sadly. We're not going for
Oh,
that
this
crime
this
ping.
was the time to do
Yeah,
it.
that's good to clean up.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
All those crime payoffs on the board.
Pitch this flame. So
Yep.
End turn.
And we're going to discard, so nothing to play. So I've got to imagine James has a few counter spells being held here. Gonna get a fetch into the double blue, so still scary, but we've got to go for it now, I suppose. Let's have a quick look. I don't believe there's a stifle in James.
I was about to ask whether James doesn't strike me as a stifle kind of player.
No, there's no stifle in the list.
Okay.
There is no Tidebinder in the list either, so
Okay. All right.
so we are safe.
We are off the hook.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the Triumph, so we've got access to all 3 of our colours, untap. Okay, so I think that's a remand there. I see at the top of James' hand, so he's got his 2 mana counterspell
So
ready
basically,
for whatever Hazel goes
whatever's cast here is just going to get remanded.
Oh, man.
There we go.
for. Yeah.
I guarantee in James's head there, it was like, I don't care what this spell is, it's going back.
Yeah.
Place it under City Sewers. Surveil.
Inquisition there, interesting. I think it doesn't interact with the combo, but it gives you the information of whether they're near the opponent is near the combo.
So we've kept it.
So I do like leaving it on top.
It's a classic.
We have Jace,
Sometimes
which-
knowing how much time you've got is just as important.
Yes. We do see, I believe that says Cave into play, which is a new fetch land from, I say fetch land, it's a new land from MH3, which you can pay 3 mana, sack it, search for any land. So that is now another land that can get combo pieces, which is quite nice.
Yeah. It costs quite a bit, but it's
3 mana is probably well costed for what it does, considering you can get any land. You can get your Tolarian Academy, you guys Cradle, you Strip Mine.
yeah. No, I mean I'm not saying it's unplayable. I'm just saying it's not necessarily what you want to be using to go and find this combo, but it's nice to have it there as the option.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now there is another card that searches for a piece of the combo, so
That one's a bit better.
yeah, so we can go get, I imagine, depending on the hand, I think you want to get Thespian Stage here, because then you can just line up, go Thespian Stage pass, We're gonna get Dark Depths instead though. So that's
What was your reasoning there? I wasn't following.
So if you get Thespian Stage, you just play it. Then you've got 3 lands in play plus the cave, so you can just sacrifice cave on the next
Got
end
you.
step. Go get the Dark Depths, and then you've got the combo in play. So we're gonna loot. I believe this is gonna flip Jace. Baby Jace can't remember if it's 5 or 6 cards that need to be in the bin. It's been a while since Origins.
I will minus Jason Cattery.
Yeah, 5 or more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the old minus Jace, cast a recall, draw a million cards.
Play this Caracas.
Rounded down to 3. But yeah,
So here is the perfect answer to Merit Large here.
beautiful.
So Caracas land taps for a white source, enters untap, so it's perfect. You don't lose any momentum from playing it, and you get to tap it to return target legendary creature to the owner's hand.
Dean Artisan, Alison Pilgrim, Rest My Hand Steps, Stage, Wasteland, Saga.
Okay, it's all there. That's why.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why we didn't get the Thespian Stage. We already had it.
Wait, was there a strip mine there as well? Was it?
Wasteland.
Yeah, wasteland. Nice. Okay.
So we do have this answer to the
Like,
Caracas.
Everything's there.
Okay, that's resolved. I'm going to go to clean up.
So this is the point then when James goes, right, if I can't answer this, I need to speed up. Because
Yes.
although it's all there, it's going to take a few turns to set it up.
It's going to take at least 3 turns to get all the lands into play, because
Yeah,
you're going to want to start on
You
the
have
Wasteland.
to get rid of the Caracas.
Yeah. So step 1 is get rid of this Caracas.
It's an ambush viper.
Yes.
So yeah, James noticing he's not got much time, so he's going to play a 2-1.
Yeah, yeah. So
Just going to speed up the clock.
Yeah, really good response.
Yes.
I
We're
like
going
it.
to get a mountain and introduce the initiative to the game.
Fun
Get
times.
the initiative, search up a mountain. Going to get him for some damage this turn. So we are
The
definitely speeding
initiative's
up.
really important as well because that trap doesn't half do a good job of speeding the game up if you need to get that damage through.
Targeting Absence Pilgrim.
Yeah.
I'd like to attack you for 2 with my Snapcaster Mage.
I will take 2 games 17.
And then I'll
Yeah.
use my mountain to cast a Dragon's Rage Channel.
Yes.
So yeah, we've now gone from 0 threats on board from James to having 3 threats on board.
Yes.
Have the lyric.
Instant Sorcery Land. No.
No
No
delirium.
delirium. So it's just a 1-1.
Go ahead, let me find the initiative.
Rubbish card.
We don't untap. We know there's 4 lands in hand. Probably not getting the delirium back.
Wasteland.
Yes.
I would like to Wasteland.
Wasteland. James picks up Caracas.
Yeah, so I think I'd like to do that last turn, because last turn we weren't using the Thespian Stage mana for anything else, and actually getting rid of that 4th mana for James would have slowed him down quite a bit.
I will pass.
So we've almost given a turn away.
Counters,
Did we use all the mana?
obviously.
No, we left at least.
No,
We
I
only
mean
cast
James.
Ab-
Sorry, James. Did
Yeah, James used all the mana.
Okay.
Yeah, he cast the initiative creature into Dragon's Rage.
I'll uptick this on the Pilgrim.
So Alison's Pilgrim is small.
Darcy.
Yes.
Force Will doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, Force Will not going to deal with the combo when it's all based in the lands.
Okay, braid this as well.
We are just going to remove all the creatures.
It might be small, but we're killing it anyway.
I'll attack you for.
Sorry, can I float white?
Yes, you didn't play it last turn, yeah. But it's still dead.
Yes, it is still dead.
May I go to combat?
Before you do that, I would like to cast a
Okay.
So
Okay.
before declaring attackers, so at the beginning of combat here,
Yes.
what are we getting now?
Time Walk.
You've already got all the things.
Time Walk effect.
Like,
Uh,
James has just said it. You've already got everything. What are you looking for?
you really want some sort of way to fog a turn. I'm just checking. There's no ring in the deck, 'cause ring would have been pretty nice. Ring would have stopped the trap from being able to target you.
Is there like something that kills two things? Like we need like cheap removal. Or we like the duress.
No, it's
Interesting.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Taking duress suggests to me that Hazel thinks that she can still get there in time, but it doesn't look like it to me.
Yeah, I think from what we can see, we can play Dark Depths Marret Large as a blocker.
No, I have land, instant sorcery, so if a creature dies, I will get delirium.
But that's still not good enough considering, like, because Merit Large doesn't have lifelink or anything.
No. Is there a Glacial Chasm in the deck? Just trying to think of what card you can search using this.
I have Otawara, Marchesa, and Laughing Jasper Flute.
Okay, Ottawara being there is just
Yes.
a
Yeah,
free answer as well.
Yeah, that's brutal. Okay, that's just going to be game then, knowing that that's there,
Untap, I
surely.
will trap you
Yeah.
down to
And there's no-
5 down to 2.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. I forgot about trap.
Yeah.
Dead anyway.
Okay.
Oh gosh. When you had everything, I was like, oh god. Okay.
Yeah, so I like that. James really did kind of respond once seeing it was all there. Just going
Yes.
to, right, I'm going to play Snapcaster as naked
A 2-1.
and just,
Yeah. That's why I liked leaving the Inquisition on top. You
yeah,
be
good.
either control player, you need to know exactly how much time you've
I think
actually
it's the
got.
first 2-1 we've recorded today as well.
And if your opponent's going to represent the combo
I think if I get
in hand and be able to kill you in potentially 2 turns, you just need to turn cards sideways when you're the
Well,
control
all of my
player.
threats are lethal if I can get delirium.
So,
all for the trap, yeah, no, I'm dead.
looking through the deck though, this Grixis Crimes deck, there's quite a few answers to the Merit Large. Like we saw, there was the Caracas, the white source in the Grixis deck,
It commits
as you'd expect.
because it targets your opponent. Free crime.
Brazenborough, Ottawara.
But it is a free one.
I think that's
And it was a little bit
pretty
like
much the only answers in the deck.
Can we shuffle it in as well?
So,
I would like to
that seems reasonable.
I will take them all.
Yes,
Yeah,
there is this is how it ends. Target creature's owner shuffles it into their library, then faces a villainous choice.
And then what?
Faces a villainous choice. They lose 5 life, or they shuffle another creature they own into their library. So yeah, there are some.
That is ridiculous. Wait, what? I'm still like reeling from whatever you just read to me.
It's a 4-mana card. It's fine.
Okay.
Need to worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's not come up yet.
I'll read it when they draw it and play it.
Can't fight from this because I had a bunch of games. My mana was just like abysmal. But even that, it's
So Hazel on the play, gonna take a mulligan here.
extremely good, and I can shoot it for it very easily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you choose your lands. There you go.
Looking through the deck lists, they're both just very clean, to the point decks. Grixis Crimes playing quite a few interesting cards. There is, like you say, the payoffs from OTJ. We have
Yeah, roll.
Duelist of the Mind. So whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card that only triggers once each turn.
That's the Nathan one, right?
Yeah. You have Raven of the Foul Omens. Whenever you commit a crime, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Again, triggers only once each turn. I
Nice.
think the third one.
Marchesa.
Yes, the actual Grixis Marchesa as well.
Yep.
And then there's also Vladimir in here. So there are 4 crime cards.
I will fetch it for a bad land.
But let's go into the game.
Start with Sylvan Safekeeper.
But we
Nice little bit of
17 by the
protection
time
there.
sorting was old.
So
Yep.
all that needs to be got
Let's
through.
take a demonic tutor. Seems like a very sensible thing to be doing.
We're gonna hit a 4 Cs and take the demonic tutor, which I think is yeah,
Yep.
3 points of card. So any chance you get to hit a
Easy
pointed
decision,
card,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Demonic
there's
tutor is
Sorry.
any card. Demonic tutor represents any card in Hazel's deck plus 2 mana, so
So I'm a
it's
17,
always going to be the
19,
hit there.
Silver Safekeeper, and it shall go.
There's a Mother of Runes as well, which is another layer of protection for.
Yes, I think if this merit large does come down, it's going to be very difficult to interact with. But this hand does not represent
No.
an early merit large. It doesn't really represent any
There's
sort of
nothing
threat
going on
at
at
all.
all. What's the bottom card in Hazel's hand?
It's a Deathrite Shaman, so it's just a mana dork.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
that's a
demonic
sad
tutor
start.
was actually really important.
Yeah.
And we see James move a fail push to the front of his hand, so we can imagine that his play is going to be to fail push this Sylvan Safekeeper, or maybe the Mum whilst it doesn't have the protection, and sort of force Hazel into a situation where she has to sacrifice a
land.
land that they
Ish.
probably don't want to sacrifice, considering they've not got much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spiral of Canal. I'm going to Molten Collapse, targeting Mother of Ruins.
So we're going to use Molten Collapse here to destroy it, as it's 2 mana, which probably means James doesn't have anything else to use with the other mana, so we're going to do the most mana efficient play.
Yep.
Hold the Fatal Push, as it also represents being an instant speed removal spell. And we are going after this Mum to force the issue now.
Oh, we have gone down on land to save a Mother of Runes.
Yeah, I don't hate the play. We're probably going to keep that Mother of Runes untapped for the rest of the game.
This is just a case of I'm gonna play defensively now.
Expressive Iteration.
So for the combo, we only need two mana plus Thespian Stage for the combo, don't we? So the extra mana sources are redundant, but we still have to get there.
Yeah, Hazel's deck.
Oof.
The lands aren't for tapping for mana, right? Like
They're a resource.
we don't need them.
Yeah.
This in my hand and this on.
We've got a free grief there.
Then
That's
I will cast
absolutely
Grief,
bonkers.
pitching Laughing Jasper Flint.
Yeah.
Or Laughing Jasper Flint's been in James's hand both games and not been seen on the battlefield.
I will also
Yep.
play an island. I'll pass to you.
And this I will eat your expressive iteration. Yeah, it's an expressive iteration.
Yeah, so we're going to get that out of there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hazel having 2 free drops in hand that turn, unfortunate.
Like you eat his fetch land.
Yep.
So we're going to get to cast a free drop. Oh no, just a 2 drop. It's going to be a Sylvan Library. So we do have.
That's
Wait,
hopefully a way of getting back in.
Yeah, that's going to draw us a few cards, hopefully.
Yeah, costs a bit of life though.
Life is also
Meh.
a resource.
Meh. Lands don't tap for mana. Life is just to be paid to find
Raven of
more
Fell Oak.
lands.
Oh,
When I
Hey,
buy
it's your
my
favourite.
library,
here is the first crime payoff. We're going to trigger the library. Now, thankfully, we didn't activate a brainstorm before the library trigger, because library and brainstorm interact very awkwardly. Won't go there today. Maybe one day we'll look at it.
I'm gonna pay 4.
Mainly because library has the text for each. You get to choose cards you've already drawn this turn. So, yeah, it's-
Weird.
Yeah, it's old magic card with old magic text.
Magic cards are confusing, and sometimes do things that they were not designed to do.
Yeah. But we did find the third land, which is quite important here. It's a fetch land as well, so it's also going to feed this Deathrite Shaman.
Lands.
No.
So
I'll exile my Flourish Strand.
Link Tracker.
and considering we've only got 1 land in play, well, technically 2 when it's fetch resolved, we've still put up quite a nice board here.
Coolest
Yeah.
of the mind.
There he is.
And I'll attack you for 1.
We have Nathan on the board,
Look at all these crime payoffs.
so we just need to start committing crimes now, James. There is a fatal push, so that is one crime we can commit.
Okay.
The fatal push probably not gonna resolve though because the mum survived. We still would get the crime triggers, but a very difficult situation when you've got targeted removal against a mum and a safekeeper. We're gonna draw step trigger the Sylvan Library, draw 3 cards, choose whether we want to keep them all or just the one. Just the one. I think it might be the land. It is the land. It's a fetch. Let's make a treasure. Sorry, a clue here from the Tireless Tracker.
I'd like to direct you.
Nice.
I would like to respond by casting Fatal Push, targeting Mother of Runes, which will trigger both of these crime things.
We have crime triggers.
Okay, so I will drain you for 1.
Yeah.
So 11, I go up to 14, and then I loot from Duelist.
I think I'd let the crime triggers resolve first before deciding what to do with Mum there. Just to get that extra bit of information on what's going into the graveyard with this Nathan.
The draw discard.
Yeah.
I then have Metzide Regent down as lounge and terminate, so I discard terminate.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this does not resolve. Continue.
that is a threat.
It certainly is.
Something, right?
Yep.
How much removal does Hazel need to run in her deck? I assume there's not that much of it.
So quick glance, we've got Fatal Push, Path and Swords at 1 cost because they're all the cleanest answers.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Then at 2 we've got Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy and Bitter Triumph. So we've got a lot of
we have-
catch-all removal spells there.
We have got a few.
I go to 9.
Yeah. So we're going to exile the Dig Through Time now. Not Dig Through. No, Dig Through Time. Just to stop this Murktide from being 1 bigger. But we're still going to get the Murktide cast. Yeah, it'll come in as a 7/7.
Players Anders Lounge.
What a silly
Attacking
card.
for 2.
I am too good at 9.
Do you think when they design this card, they just go, yeah, this is going to be played in all formats?
I should have exiled this green.
We
Never
expect
mind.
I
it.
You got
hope
future
so.
creatures. Actually, I bet you don't.
If they're not doing their job right.
I don't remember killing any. Yeah.
I am bereft of creatures.
I should
I
have.
It's
think
got
a
to be
lot
up
of
there as
cards-
one of the more powerful creatures that have been printed.
Yeah, we knew Gurmag Angler was good, and this is Gurmag Angler with flying, and gets bigger. So, yeah. But it does represent sort of a 2-turn clock here with all these other flyers, so Hazel gonna fetch, get a Surveil trigger, probably put whatever it is into the bin if it's not a removal spell, and then we're gonna get a Sylvan Library trigger to look at 3 more cards.
Am I right in saying that the only crime that James has committed didn't actually resolve?
The spell didn't, the triggers did, but yeah.
It's like you're being rewarded for trying to commit crimes. I guess you have technically committed it. You've just not reaped any benefits of committing that crime.
Yeah. So we've hit a Thespian stage here. We've also hit Eranis Gloomstalker, which is 2 and a green Death Touch creature. When it attacks, returns like a land from your graveyard to the battlefield, so that's not going to help.
Does it have reach?
And another
No.
mystery card. No. No reach. Does have Death Touch, but not reach.
7, 8, 9. If I commit a crime, 11. Yep.
So, yeah, I can't make out what. Oh, is it an Orcish Bowmaster? I think it's Orcish Bowmaster. So I don't think any of these actually help.
Not gonna do anything, right?
Yeah.
How many creatures got 1?
And we have the old Brainstorm lock now. We know exactly what's on top of our deck. So even cracking that clue is not going to help us.
So this is 1. I'm going to
You'd rather not know, right?
I'll attack you for 7, 8, 9 currently. Yep. You
So
go to
the
10.
grief goes 10.
And then you
Does James have anything?
7, 8, 9. Go to 1.
Go to 1.
I'll attempt a Kolaghan's Command.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the time to play it.
Discard a card, triggering
There we go. We have a
It's not even. So
crime
yeah,
gonna
he
get
Ah, right, that's funny. Thanks for joining. Catch you next time.
bye.
Bye.